Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my tried and true technique that I love to use in card making, and that is the classic embossed resist technique. I'll be featuring the new stamp set You Are Next Level Amazing, which is the collaboration stamp set between Simon Says Stamp and Pinkfresh Studio for STAMPtember. So if you like this stamp, I highly suggest you pause the video, head over to Simon Says Stamp and grab this stamp set because once they are gone, they're gone. So if you love this, head over, grab it, and then come on back. So this has a lot of great sentiments on here, including this beautiful, delicate image of a floral. And I'm going to do, like I said, that classic embossed resist technique. I have a piece of white cardstock here. This is Neenah 80-pound cardstock that I lined up in my Misty stamping tool, and I'm going to prep it with an anti-static powder tool just to make sure that my embossing powder is only sticking to where I'm stamping. Now, since this is a brand new stamp for me, I'm going to prep it by just rubbing my hand over that image. This is going to help give me a lot better impression of my stamp. And then I'm going to ink it up with an embossing ink and just press that image down with my stamping bug tool. Next, I'm going to sprinkle on some clear embossing powder. The clear embossing powder is going to trap the white of the cardstock underneath. Off on the side, I have my heat gun warming up, so once that is nice and hot, I can bring that over and melt that embossing powder. And for some reason, I find that clear embossing powder melts really fast. Now, I'm also excited to share with you in today's video these brand new inks from Simon Says Stamp. These are the Pawsitively saturated inks, and they come in a set of trio. So there's 3 different shades of color in one trio. I lifted the lid here to show you it is a foam pad. It already has the label on the side with the color of the ink. So you can purchase these inks individually or in their sets, and I personally really love the sets because I just love being able to have 3 different shades kind of in that same color family. I'm also going to be using here the blending brushes for Simon Says Stamp. I am totally in love with that paw print that is on the blending brush, and that is what sold me. They are great blending brushes. You can use whatever tool you have on hand, but I really love using blending brushes to give kind of a softer look to my background. So I started off by applying Cheeky, which is a light pink. Then I'm coming in with Peachy, which is kind of a light orange, and just applying that ink over the background, kind of going about a third of the way down in each section. And then I'm coming in with Lemonade. And after I had added this to the bottom of the card, it felt too bright for me compared to my other 2 colors. So I'm going to come back in with Peachy and kind of go over that lemonade color to kind of just dim that down just a little bit. And I really liked how this came out. So once I have all of my ink applied, since we did emboss resist, the embossing is resisting that ink that's on top. So I'm just taking a dry cloth and I'm going to buff over my image to remove any of that excess ink and really make that white pop out. Now I wanted to trim this panel down just a little bit, so I'm going to take this over to my paper trimmer and I'm lining up one of the edges. I'm going to take about a 1/2 inch off of each side. So here I'm lining it up, taking a little or a 1/2 inch off of that side, flip it and take a 1/2 inch off of the other side. For the sentiment on the front of the card, I lined up the sentiment that says You Are Next Level Amazing because I thought that was just really unique. I hadn't seen anything like that before, and of course I love the beautiful script on here that Pinkfresh Studio provides. So I'm stamping this in the VersaFine Clair Black Onyx ink, I think it's called. I will make sure to list my supplies down below in the video description. With the VersaFine Clair inks, they do stay wet a little longer, so I am just going to heat that up or just quickly go over that with my heat tool and help speed up that drying process because I don't want that to smear. Then I'm going to line that panel with some foam tape to add a little bit of dimension, and after I remove the backing of that foam tape, I'm going to add it to a card front that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. To finish this off, I'm going to add a few pearls to the center of the flowers, so just 3 of them, which worked out really well because I like to work in odd numbers when it comes to embellishments, and I'm just using my embellishment tool and some liquid glue to attach that. So like I stated earlier, this is a collaboration stamp set between Simon Says Stamp and Pinkfresh Studio. It can only be purchased at Simon Says Stamp, and once they're gone, they're gone. So if you do really like the stamp set, make sure you head over and grab that so you don't miss out on this beautiful stamp set and image. I will have all of my supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well, along with pictures and close-ups of the card. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again real soon.